I'm not more than just Kubota and man.
I'm Kubota Man! I don't know what that was, but let's just move forward. Today we got some mowing to do. We're gonna go ahead and grab a hold of this bad boy right now. Let him go. We're gonna drop this front weight right here, and we are gonna grab our mowers. Now, I've been told that since I am Kubota Man, that I need I need more Kubota. Hey, you know what? You're right. So I think what we may end up trying to do is maybe that Challenger that we've got, upgrading that maybe an M8. Yeah. I like the M7. Big fan of the M6. But the M8's got more power. It's plain and simple. So as part of the whole having to use everything bit, which I'm starting to regret a little bit. You know what's funny? You can lower the front mower, but if you lower it, you can't unfold it. Gotta love it. This is an interesting setup, but it does work. It works really nicely with GPS. If we go in here, I definitely recommend running 3 headlands. If you're gonna be running something like this, it's just easier. And somehow, it knows exactly what it needs to do. I love it. It's great. So we're gonna grab that, bring it down, drop it down, drop this down as well. Come on, come on, come on, come on, and go. And there it is. Just like that. Pretty easy. I really should be doing this the other way. That should not have grass kick it out towards the outside. That's just gonna cause a mess. This is the thing, we got not 1, but 4 fields to do, so I'm gonna do my best to like multitask this today. So we've got this. Not a big deal, not a biggie. I may go the other way, to be honest with you. I don't like having this swath bit on the outside. Yeah, there we go. Turn that off. Pull forward a little bit. Turn that off. I could probably hire a worker to do this and they would do a really good job, but yeah, we're not doing that. There we go. This is much, much better. Boom. Alrighty. Yeah, having that little windrow bit from the front mower on the outside, I think that's going to be much, much better. Plus, if we make this turn in, actually that rear mower is going to kick out. We should be cool. Yeah. All right. We may not even need to raise up the mower. I don't think we will. Do we? No. Hey, that is awesome. That's what I'm talking about right there. This one might be a little bit more tricky. I don't know. We do this. I've never really tried to do that before. You know, did it work? Yes. Did it work good? No. But I didn't have to lift up the mower, so that's kind of nice. Okie dokie. So that is now 1 full headland pass all the way around. We have 3 of those to go, but shouldn't be too bad. Once we get done with all of this, we will be coming back through with a merger, windrow, whatever you want to call it. We will be coming back through with that, so I'm not really too concerned about how the grass looks on the ground. Everything is fine with me. As long as we mow the grass, that's what matters. So then we got to figure out what's going to be hay, what's going to be silage. We've got to use that bunker, so we may as well use it early rather than later, because if we save it for later, then, well, we just got to use it later. So, yeah, we'll do that. I think we got some buckets that should make picking up the silage easy. We got a front loader on this thing, so all is good. All right, well, that happened very quickly. What happened was it's been like 4 days, I think, since I recorded the last clip, so you have to forgive me. Also, I'm not sure what the helper did through here. They missed just enough. And it's just this part. It's not both. How did the worker even do that? Whatever. We got it sorted. There we go. All right, we're cool, baby. We're cool. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna go hiring a worker to do all of this, but I'm interested at the very least. I also want him to start the up and down just to see how confused he gets. So, good do you think? I got other stuff to do with this grass over here. So all of this grass is going to be going to silage, or at least the first few fields that we're doing. So we need to pick it up, which means I need to windrow first. And then secondly, I need to pick it up with a loading wagon. Now, I don't know, do I have enough room to turn around down here? I would say yeah. Also, what is that? What is he doing? I don't know. So my goal here is to set this up where I could just get in there and just go back and forth without having to run any headlands. I think that's gonna work. Also, I'm pretty sure that these lines are wrong. It says 7.6, but I don't know if you guys have noticed this. This one's 8.4. So why it gives me 7.6 when I come in here, I have no idea. It is just factually incorrect, and maybe there's a reason for it. And maybe we'll find that reason, but I don't know about you. That looks like that goes all the way to the line to me. So here's how I'm planning on doing this. I can't really make those tight turns, at least not with the Challenger here, so I'm gonna try and run every other line. This one right here to right on the other side of the tractor. That one's a little bit different though, because that one's like the end, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But yeah, this is my goal. We got enough room at the very ends of the fields to turn around, so why don't we do it? Last bit up the way, and I'm a little bit concerned because we're taking away from our little thing over there on the end. All right, well, nonetheless, we're cool. We're doing good. Our mower over there seems to be doing all right, although it's not hitting all the spots that I would have expected it to. I think we're definitely going to have to get that rear mower replaced. All right, well, at least there's that. I think there's only 3 machines that we need for this entire, like, operation. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to swap out. I think the smaller John Deere could run this thing just fine, so we're going to let it do that. And then I'm going to swap out this Challenger on the loading wagon. This way we've got a nice, big, chunky piece of equipment running a nice, big, chunky piece of equipment, and a more dainty piece running the dainty piece. Not that the 3650 is dainty or anything, it's just a little smaller, a little bit more lightweight, and I worry a little bit more running it with big machinery, that's all. So then we are back at it again. We are going to be running, yep, there we go. We got silage additive in there too, man. Now this is how you do it. So all this grass will be going over there into that bunker. I don't know how much that will hold, but I guess we'll find that one out. And I have found a feed mixer that might be useful to us, assuming, big assumption here, that it's not too expensive. This is the culprit. The Silo King Self-Line 4.0 Premium 2215-22. This bad boy's got a capacity up to 200,000 liters, making it a little bit easier to make all of that at once. However, it's expensive, $200,000. Could we afford it? Absolutely. Do I want to afford it? No, of course not. That's crazy. Also, just so we're clear, I'm pretty sure I don't have enough cows to actually run that much. So yeah, I think 200,000 might be a little bit much. We must have done all right. We are already done. We did 2 passes and then half of another one. That was it. So this will be the interesting part because I haven't used like one of these. Realistic sense is not the word to use here, but just like in any sensible way. I think sensible way is the word that I'm looking for here. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. But that seemed okay. And we'll just kind of do that again. This is right? I have no idea. If this was a U shape, this would be a whole lot easier for me. But yeah, there we go. All that's in there. Looking cool. Probably wouldn't hurt to drive over it once or twice either, just to get it in there. Yeah. Do we have compaction? We're already at like 15% compaction. Nice. Just saves a little bit of work for later. Plus, we got this big old clump right here. Maybe we can get that big old clump down a little bit. Yeah. Sweet. Okie dokie. So we're at 30-something%. Nice. Let's get some more. And another bed oven. Man, this is not going to be good. We are filling up way too quickly over here. Let's see if we can get this one as close to the edge as possible. There we go. We'll go from there and hopefully not have a huge clump at the very end. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Nice, nice, nice. We'll drop that right there. And another pass beside it. Everything seems to be coming straight out the back, so I'm not going to worry too much about trying to get it all centered. Usually I would come down here like with 5 different passes technically. 2 down to the very, very middle, and then a single middle, and then on the outsides. That's what I've done in the past, but it's not looking like I'll be able to do that with this setup today. So we'll just drive over and smush it. Well, we almost made the end of the field without having to come back for a teeny tiny little bit. Also, we got a mower that's done. Well, when I say done, it thinks it's done. 'Tis not. Now it's done. Now it's done. Oh, come on, there's other spots too. Double checking to make sure this worker didn't miss nothing else while he was around. I think we're okay. So we got 2 more fields that we need to mow. It's gonna take a little bit of time. May do some of that work off screen just to get it done. I'm doing my best to clean this thing up a little bit. Trying my hardest. Every time I come in here, more squeezes out. Also, it is coming out the bottom on the sides over there, and I am not liking that. Not one bit. But I guess it is what it is. Oh, we are stuck. That is gonna be a big old pile back here. That's not good. And then I get down here to the end. Stop unloading, stupid thing. We need to drop it down, turn it on, and it did not pick up anything there at the end, did it? Nope. No, it did not. Come on. Oh, that's right, because it's all chaff in there, not grass, so I need to get all the grass out first. See, I remembered. There we go. Dump it out. Now that that's done, we can lower down, pick it up, and we should be able to dump out at the same time. Hey, all right. So we got 126,000 liters in here, and it's going down, which is wild. And we are compacting, which is good, but we've got a bunch down here that needs to be picked up. Just like that. So I'm gonna take my sweet time. There we go. We've got that dumped out. And I think I've got this in a position rather where we're not kicking out at the very ends. I think we're okay. We're just gonna go back and forth, nice and easy. We take our time, get this packet up to 100%, and we will cover it. Yes, please. Thank you very much. It has blanketed out the side. That's not a this thing fault, because this is just the one in the base game. So it's not their fault, it's a game thing. So anyway, we finished that up. We could put this away. We've used the loading wagon, which we'll probably use again for doing straw or something like that. Of course, all of our fields currently have the grass on them, and I even moved over our mower here so we can go and get this done. As I said, we'll do it off screen. And then we got 1 more grass field over here. We're gonna make way too much grass. We only needed 2 of these fields, 1 for grass, 1 for hay. I think I'll probably make hay out of this field, just so we can get a little bit extra. And then pretty much everything out of the other 2 fields, I'm thinking we make some silage bales, sell them, and be done with it. And for doing that, we'll be using these 2 pieces of equipment right here. But we will have to do that in the next one. So thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye, man.